This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
This is the 7 a.m. Barbados Today update for Thursday, March the 20th, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Good morning. New tax measures imposed by Canada are already beginning to cause dislocation in Barbados' vital international business and financial services sector. Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair says at least 2 foreign companies based here have closed down or shifted operations from Barbados as the measures start to bite into this island's second largest foreign exchange earner. The decision by the firms, one of which has been operating here for more than 12 years, has worsened the problems for the sector, which brought in about $230 million less in revenue dating back to 2008.
We met, and the Prime Minister knows very well, with one of them, and the man literally, the only thing he didn't do is cry. He lamented the fact that for the past 15, 16 odd years, he's been operating in Barbados, a major bank, doing very, very well, and it pained him to have taken that decision that week to have that bank closed down.
Government is likely to impose additional cuts to its programs during the coming fiscal year. But while making the announcement in Parliament last evening, Prime Minister Freundel Stuart says the objective is to reduce the deficit to just over 6% of GDP.
In order for this objective to be achieved, it is going to call for enormous discipline on the part of the public servants. It's going to call for enormous discipline on the part of ministers of the Crown. It is going to call for enormous vigilance, particularly by our financial controllers and so on in the various government departments. And this situation will be monitored so that our expenditures do not fly out of control. If during the course of the year there are programs we have to cut further, we will have to do that as long as no violence is done to the smooth and effective administration of the government and the provision of the services which the people of Barbados expect and are entitled to expect.
Businessman and band leader Chetwin Stuart has intervened to fill the void left by the cancellation of the traditional annual UWI Carnival. Stuart is hosting what's been termed Juvenile Carnival at the Cayfield campus, with well over $250,000 already invested by over a dozen bands in the highly anticipated festivities. And the Power by 4 band leader tells Barbados Today there will be a carnival on April the 5th.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
In the region, the ruling United Progressive Party rubbishes suggestions by the opposition Antigua Labour Party that the Baldwin-Spencer government is illegitimate. The ALP made the charges as it called on Spencer to set the date for general elections, claiming that the conventional 5-year term of the government ended on March the 12th. But UPP Chairman Leon Shaku Simister says the opposition is out of line. Internationally now, hundreds of students and activists opposed to a trade deal with China have occupied Taiwan's parliament and defied police efforts to evict them. The protesters say the agreement with China would hurt Taiwan's economy and leave it vulnerable to pressure from Beijing. The deal was signed in June 2013 but has not yet been ratified by MPs. It would allow the two to invest more freely in each other's services market. That's been the 7 a.m. update. Join us again at noon. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Stay tuned. The Business Minute is up next.
The Business Minute is brought to you by Signia Financial Group.
To my people out there working hard to expand your horizons, chasing a flawless dream. Keep your eyes on the prize and we don't look back. It's forward thinking, on to the new stuff. It's time to lay bricks on the foundation of your future.
Get set with Signia to be sure the world will be yours. Take you to exceptional, incredible new heights. And get set with Signia.
Signia, quality solutions for your financial needs.
This is the Barbados Today Business Minute for Thursday, March 20th, 2014. I'm Dawn Paris. No price increases are on the cards for the mobile barbecue restaurant, The Smoke Pit. The owner, Paul Norval, says despite the rising cost of inputs, he's keeping his customers in mind. He tells the Business Minute there's a thin line between profit and loss, but he's focused on keeping his expenses to a minimum to avert price hikes.
Recession or not, I always say the two things people must do in life, eat and die. And Belgians love their food. And we find tourists love food as well. So in a recession, yes, food will continue to sell, but people are going to be more price, obviously, conscious.
EasyPave, a hardware and maintenance company, says it will not be laying off staff despite the harsh business environment. Managing Director Errol Lynch says the company has managed to maintain its staff complement for the last decade since it started with the right number of workers. EasyPave currently employs 8 people in its hardware and maintenance section. 11 others work in the parent company, Asphalt Processing Inc. Women continue to outstrip men seeking opportunities from the Barbados Youth Business Trust. According to BYBT General Manager Cardell Ferguson, the trust provided support to some 99 women last year in several areas, including finance, mentorship, and training. She says for the year so far, the organization has assisted 23 females. Speaking at a recent BYBT function to celebrate Barbadian women in business, Ferguson told the Business Minute, women have a critical role to play in the country's economic development.
What we've realized too is that as females, we don't see our contributions as being worthwhile. So it's a way to motivate our females to do better and to become more sustainable and to become more viable contributors to the economy.
And now for today's financial tip. When you're going shopping, try hard not to travel with more cash than you really need. If not, you may find yourself spending way more than you budgeted for. That's been the Barbados Today Business Minute. Join us again on Tuesday next week. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.pb, subscribe to our e-paper, and like us on Facebook to get more business and news. I'm Dawn Paris.
To my people out there working hard to expand your horizons, chasing a flawless dream. Keep your eyes on the prize and we don't look back. It's forward thinking, on to the new stuff. It's time to lay bricks on the foundation of your future.
Get set with Signia to be sure the world will be yours. Take you to exceptional, incredible new heights. And get set with Signia.
Signia, quality solutions for your financial needs.